Seattle-based Gary Wainaina is what you'd call a jack of all trades.
I am a musician. I play saxophone, and I also am an MC, and I do music therapy here. That's basically who I am, and I also have I tell stories here of Kenyans here in America, Kenya Marekani, just a platform on YouTube.
Yes, Gary is a performer at heart and a master of the arts.
I was able to do a collaboration with somebody like Ian Bogwa, Helen Mtawali. I have performed with the likes of Eric Wainaina when he was doing his rendition for Kenya Nchi Yangu and Harambe Harambe. And I've done songs like Vanity by Daddy Owen. I played the sax. So I continued on with music and until I came here.
Since arriving in the US, Gary has continued with his admirable trait of making the most of his chances. But his journey here unfortunately began with a lot of closed doors and missed opportunities.
I was denied visa 3 times, but I came in 2016 as a visitor, then I went back. When I came in first in 2016, I did a very big concert with the Navy. I'm a saxophonist, so I did a very big concert with the Navy, and they were like, you are very good, you can become one of us in the Navy. So since I didn't have any green card or anything, I went back to Kenya and then decided I can stop what I was doing. I was still doing artistry in Kenya. I had a band and I taught in a school there, a private school. So I decided to drop that and pursue coming to the US so that I can join the Navy. But later on that dream changed. I decided not to join the Navy because of swimming. Me and water, we are not in the same WhatsApp. So I decided, to pursue Air Force, which is it's an easy arm of US military. I did the first step, the initial steps of joining Air Force, which you do physical test, you do some exams called ASVAB. And then later, because of the BCG, that is a vaccine we get when we are kids back home. So that disqualified me because I tested positive for TB, which is called latent TB. Then I still didn't give up to become an Air Force. I wanted to really become an Air Force. So I had to do treatment, which is a 6-month regimen for this latent TB. Latent TB it just means inactive TB. Then later, the doctor told me, before you take this medicine, we have to check all your internal organs to see if they are capable of taking out the toxins of the medication for 6 months. That's when they realized that I have a kidney failure stage 5.
Talk about things going from bad to worse. To Gary, it definitely seemed like the whole world was conspiring against him. What was he to do? Things definitely looked bleak.
Yeah, it was very scary because, kidney failure is a life-threatening disease. So it was very scary for me. I just went ahead and continued with following up on treatment. And the treatment that is available for this, actually, the kidney failure does not have treatment, but the longevity of life can only be made successful when you start dialysis or transplant. So transplant is not exactly what you can do at that particular moment because you need maybe a family who can donate for you, and my family are abroad. American hospitals do not have any correlation with the hospital in Kenya, or even a Kenyan coming from Kenya to here to just become an organ donor, because of which is not possible. Yeah, I tried that route and it was not possible. In Washington, we are so lucky to be here because there is a route which is called transplant list. You stay on a transplant list for 3 to 5 years, waiting for the people who volunteered to be donors, like when they die. There are people who die when they are so young, maybe due to accidents, due to maybe people get shot, but their organs are still very good. So they harvest those organs. They can harvest kidney, they can harvest cornea, they can harvest lungs to use. So as I was waiting for that process, 3 to 5 years, I started doing dialysis, which is called hemodialysis. Hemodialysis I started doing 4 times every day. So I used to do dialysis 4 times every day, a peritoneal dialysis through a catheter on the stomach, and I used to do it by myself. So you're trained, you go through a vigorous training on how to stay sterile and do that process by yourself at home.
Despite the hardship, the elderate native decided to remain positive, grateful that the issue was caught when it was, and that he happened to be at a place with access to some of the world's best medical practitioners and state-of-the-art machinery in the world. But this didn't mean he was out of the woods.
Since they saw the 4 times is a lot, they decided to introduce another type of peritoneal dialysis, which you do it overnight for 9 hours, so that by day I can become active and continue doing my music or the events that I do. But that didn't work very well with me, and also the peritoneal dialysis at some point failed. It started leaving a lot of liquids in my body, which started affecting my heart. My blood pressure was in the 200 over 150s, so that's a very high blood pressure. They wanted to change from peritoneal dialysis to they installed a chest catheter, which we were supposed to do the hemodialysis. Hemodialysis is where you go into a center, they do a 4 hours vigorous, 3 days a week. You do 4 hours through what we call a chest catheter, but later they do on your hand, which I still have it. This is a permanent thing that will stay there forever. It's like a vein and an artery that they put inside your arm so that you can continue doing dialysis, as this process involves a lot of removing of very high magnitude of blood. So normal blood veins cannot accommodate that. So they need to put an artificial vein and artery so that you can be able to sustain that three days in a week dialysis.
Always the fighter, Gary courageously powered through it all, and 3 years later, he finally got his much-awaited kidney transplant, a 6-hour procedure that ended in success, much to the relief of his family and friends.
As you can see, I'm now energetic, not the same way we met that last time. Yeah. I'm back to life. I always say kidney failure does not have treatment. Dialysis and transplant is not treatment for kidney failure. It just a process to make your life longer, because a good kidney can last you 30 years. But that depends also with how you eat, how you exercise, and how you just take care of it. Like you have to drink a lot of liquids and all that. Otherwise, I know a lot of people who have done 3 transplants, it still fails. Because it also depends with the medication you're taking. If you don't take that medication, you can easily fall back into dialysis again. So it's like a new child. You have a new child within you that you need to take care of. And I try my best to just do that. But sometimes this kidney can be rejected by my body. So, but there's a medication which I take, they're called anti-rejection, which also put my immunity so low.
With this in mind, Gary decided to embrace life and go full steam ahead, doing all that he loves.
I play in what we call adult home. They need entertainment because music is like medicine to life. And these old people here, we call them senior citizens. When you play some music, it's called music therapy. There's a way they just release their stress and they get so happy, they rejuvenate their strength. It started as an art, then I went into mentorship by people, and also just YouTube became my university. So I went into that and tried to make what I do not just a talent, but to be a professional.
He continues to live life to the fullest in the US and constantly uses his experience and platform as a force for good. Currently, the Wareng High School alumnus enjoys an impressive following of over 325,000 people across all social media platforms. I
would like to urge people to think about becoming donors. because it's a very important, it's humanly to do that, because if you go with your organs, they just go with you. But if you donate your organs, freely donate your organs, then your life still lives with somebody else. Like me, I am happy because somebody thought of donating, and now I'm back to health, and I can be able to go on my daily basis and livelihood.
Gary is definitely grateful for the opportunity to dare abroad, because for him, it quite literally saved his life.
I always call it as blessing in disguise. If I never came to the US, I wouldn't even have discovered that I'm very sick, because I was last stage for kidney failure. But I never gave up. I kept pushing on. Even in my situation, I used to MC weddings, and at the same time I'm doing dialysis. I go, nobody will know, I just dash out and go to my car and do dialysis, because I had to do 4 times every day, and nobody noticed. There's a lot of times that I've come from now the hemodialysis, the 4 hours, and still go for a Kenyan function, because I've supported the Kenyan events here in the Seattle. Everybody knows me, so I never gave up, and that's my motivation for you. Never give up. There's gonna be ups and downs in life, but whatever circumstances you're going through is a fire. If you stop there, you're gonna burn until you're completely finished. But if you keep walking, maybe your remains will still come out victorious. And by you walking, you're encouraging people. And my story has become a source of motivation to a lot of people. I get calls from people who have just been diagnosed with kidney failure. They don't know what to do. So my story has become like that light where people can look at me and see victory. The people who have walked with me, they're celebrating like even sometimes more than me, because they've seen the pain I went through in that time.
And that's what daring abroad is all about.
Cool.
Investment tips with Centum Real Estate. Centum Real Estate. Real estate with real experience.
My name is Edna Mwendwa. I'm a business development associate at Centum Real Estate.
We've seen a shift in how people live and work. So my question is, how has the work from home culture influenced residential uptake?
The work from home culture has redefined how people define home. So home is not just where you sleep every day. It's now your office. It's a social hub. It's your entertainment space. It's your wellness space as well. So my advice to buyers is to prioritize places that have natural lighting, functional layouts, access to outdoor spaces, and lifestyle amenities. This is to enable them to increase their quality of life. A classic example of a product that responds to this new lifestyle is Cascadia Apartments at Two Rivers. So in terms of the architectural design, we have natural lighting, we have integrated sky gardens that you will not find in any other project in Nairobi, that encourages livable spaces, breathable spaces, that increases your productivity and relaxation. Then we come back to what the ecosystem offers. In Cascadia, you can be able to access Two Rivers Mall directly, minutes to Two Rivers Mall. So you have the mall, you can dine, you can have your entertainment, you can shop, you can work, you live, and you can bank all in one place. You have 5 kilometers of jogging tracks to enhance your wellness. Everyone these days is into wellness, right? It's a complete live, work, shop, and play address in one environment. Cascadia represents where Nairobi's real estate market is headed. Integrated, walkable, lifestyle-driven, investment-secure developments.